Push it away, but Missouri keeps it. Ooh. Mistimed on the one-timer there. Good chance there from Quick, but missed it. And, ooh, looks to get in, but Christopher will cover up. We'll have a first face-off of the period after the opening puck drop. Rylan Quick here to try to win the face-off for Missouri. He wins it, and they push forward here. We'll have a 2-on-2 rush for Missouri. Look for the cross-crease pass, but pushed away by Frankel. Push back out. St. Louis has the puck, but nobody to break it out to. So they'll just put it behind the net. Oh, now break up here. One-on-one rush. They'll get by, but another Missouri defender comes. We'll have to circle back and try to pass it back up, it looks. Tried to pass it into the middle. Okay. Won by St. Louis. Back up to St. Louis. One-on-one to Tendy here. Oh, nice stick there by Frankel. Puck played up, but back to Missouri. And they'll go for a change as they dump it in. And then St. Louis gets the possession of the puck. Look to play it up, but no great options. Missouri gets it. 3-on-2 here for Missouri. Beats one man on the deke. Bowerman shoots. Oh, good shot there, but an even better save by Frankel as it goes out, and we'll have another face-off. Some chirping going on the St. Louis bench, between the St. Louis bench and some of the Missouri players. Looks like they'll go for another puck drop here. Sherman wins it again, but St. Louis quickly takes it away. And Missouri skates quickly, but St. Louis wins it anyway. Played in, sort of an errant dump there. Played deeper into the zone. Behind the net now. Up into the boards. Deflected back out. Skated into the middle. High slot blocker save. Shot again. And another save by Frankel. He has had a night. He's been a warm goal. St. Louis player will be going to the box, and we'll have another Gumby's power play here for the Tigers. They are 0 for 2 so far, but this should be another good opportunity on the power play. Win the faceoff as they look to probe in. Sherman behind the net and passes it back up. No pressure here on the defenseman. Back out to Herman. Quick shot, saved. Fast skates on number 20 there. They might look to get it to him. Previous power plays, they've been stuffed out because they've not been able to probe into the defense. So they might try to drive it a little more here. Quick shot, ooh, almost deflected and out of the offensive zone. They'll have to reset here. He's there, pass in. They've not had trouble getting into the offensive zone today, but they've had a little trouble here on this power play as it's played back out. Missouri looks to, that's Zagorski behind the net, will look to break it out. He's had some good breakout passes tonight. Skates with it. Backhanded against the wall. They'll have to try to dump it in here. Oh no, take possession. 2-on-2 here for Missouri. Pass across the ice. Back up to Zagorski. Oh, but he misses it with his skate. And it's back to Christopher. Ooh, bit of an errant pass there. Missouri has St. Louis's position now. They don't keep it for long, though. Now Missouri has it back. 38 seconds still left on the power play. Plenty of time for one more rush. Zagorski has it here. They'll look for a breakout pass. He gets it. They'll get an easy zone entry. Oh, but no. They decided to dump it in instead. And it goes out of play. A little bit of hesitation there on the blue line. And it'll be out of play for another faceoff. 24 seconds left on the power play for Missouri. Ref's talking a bit here. Not sure what this is about. So set up in the offensive zone for Missouri. Ryland Quick will try to get a quick win to try to take advantage of the little time they have left on this power play. Puck is dropped and it's won by Missouri. A lot of face-off wins today for Missouri. And not a whole lot of pressure here. They'll look for it. Oh, pass in. Oh, that was a nice shot there. But amounted to nothing. Still have the puck, though. Oh, and a nice shot there. Again, but a quick glove by Frankel. And Christopher will come out. He'll put it on his stick. Pass it back. It's now 5-on-5 again. Oh, but his own entry here. Ryland Quick has it on his stick. Spin move there. Behind the net now. Ryland has it again. Ooh, but a St. Louis defender's right there with the stick. Clear it away. They look for a rush of their own now. Missed. That won't be icing. Tipped off the St. Louis forward. Battling for it behind the net. Missouri has numbers. They'll get it. Look for a breakout pass. Pass on the boards. Oh, got away from him. They'll dump it in. And, yeah, they'll dump it in and they'll just reset here. Pass up. Ooh, aggressive breakout pass from Missouri. Franco will go behind the net, get it on a stick, and he'll clear it out. Good skates on Frankel. He's been out of the net a lot. Made some good passes as well. Oh, nifty move, but they lose possession. Back out. St. Louis resets in their own zone. 13:50 left here in the game as Missouri still needs another goal to try to tie it up. Good move. High press on the blue line, but won't amount to much. Big collision at center ice, but the puck goes down to Missouri's side of the ice. Look for a breakout pass. Pass it up. They'll get as good a zone entry, but they'll lose possession. St. Louis has, oh, but a big collision at center ice. Legal, though, chest on chest. Pass from defenseman. They'll look for a breakout. Behind. And St. Louis loses possession. Have it here, battling on the boards. Here. St. Louis defenseman waiting back, and that was a good decision as he gets the puck. Puck goes off the shin. St. Louis keeps possession though. They'll reset. Looking for a breakout pass. They have it. 1-on-3. They'll take a slap shot off the stick, but there's a whistle.
Yeah, good play there. Now I'm back. We were troubleshooting some issues here, but we appreciate you all hanging out here anyhow. You've got a good hockey game that we're watching. And, we talk so much about Missouri's inability to score in the first period, and then they do score in the first period, as we've got a penalty kill coming up here. But they haven't been able to score since the last minute of the first, 49 seconds left. So, we're getting into desperation time here. It certainly feels like an obtainable goal, but one that they really need to, for lack of a better term, lock in and try to get. Is they're going to have to kill off this penalty first.
And they've outshot St. Louis massively here tonight, but they've not been able to find the right shots. And they have another illegal substitution penalty. They'll have to kill off a penalty.
Yeah, that's rare. I haven't seen that at all this season, and now twice in one game. That's a little confusing. You think maybe you'd see that from a team that hasn't played in weeks or they're a little rusty, but this team played last weekend. They should not have an issue with this.
Shocking, really.
Not many line changes either. They've kept that same first line, that Baker line, the same second line. It's just something's going on here.
Big collision center ice as St. Louis gets the puck back. Here on the power play. Oh, nice skating there. As they skate into the offensive zone, they'll leave it. Pass into the center. Oh, but blocked, and a nice glove by Christopher. They'll take it. Minute 15 left now on the power play. Now, the last time St. Louis had a power play, Missouri had a couple nice short-handed chances. They were forechecking on the power play. They had some nice turnovers. They had some nice opportunities in front of the net. But it was all for naught. We'll see if they try that same strategy here again in the third period. Defense to defense pass. Shot in front of the net. Goes for a redirection, but he misses. Missouri will just clear it back to the other side of the ice. Frankel there with a blocker. Gives it to his skater. 58 seconds. Plenty of time for a push or two. We'll get it from behind the net. Off the boards. Look if they try to skid it in. They won't, and they turn possession over. 45 seconds now left on the power play. Some collisions at mid-ice. But it's gotten more physical as the game's gone on today.
Definitely. I think it's been slowly heating up as these teams get a little more familiar with each other. I wonder if that trend will continue to tomorrow when these two teams play. Same puck drop, 7:30 p.m. We will, of course, be here.
And Missouri familiar with St. Louis, but the D3 team is not specifically familiar, as the St. Louis's previous game was against the D2 team.
Yeah, something interesting. We don't see that often. So SLU only has one team, and it's this D3 team. So this team got killed by Mizzou, their D2 team, at the start of the year that was in St. Louis, and now that same squad is taking on the Division III team of the same school. Rare that we see something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure the D2 boys will have some trash talk if the D3 team is not able to pull it out here tonight, but that remains to be seen with 10:35 to go and another whistle here as the power play expires.
Yeah, so a good penalty kill, and now, you've got a pretty flat, clear objective. You have 10 minutes and 34 seconds to score one goal without allowing any, at the very least, to tie this game up, send it into overtime. Overtime is 3-on-3 for 5 minutes, so you think surely you got a pretty good chance of scoring there with ice that open. But this D3 team, they need to win. They got swept last weekend against WashU. They've had their struggles. They have put out their good performances this year, but they need a victory here tonight and to take this series.
And you can see it here because they've had good plays, but they've not been able to finish. A lot of missed one-timers, a lot of pucks that have been lost control right in front of the net. They just need to see more pucks go in.
I like that they're looking for deflections here on that big shot towards JT Baker. He just couldn't get a piece of it.
Oh, right in front of the net. Oh, misdirection and missed. Battle for it behind the net. Let's see who comes up with it, and it will be Frankel as he ices it. We'll have another face-off here.
Yeah, so again, this is a difficult coaching situation for Missouri because it's like, well, what do you change, right? If you need a goal in the last 10 minutes and you've had nothing going offensively, you can juggle lines, you can try completely different strategies, but they have been getting their chances. They've been putting pucks to the net, so it's hard to try to change something immediately.
It is, and the SLU defensemen have been very conservative guarding the net. And you see Missouri gets these stretches where they have a long time in the offensive zone, but there's just not a whole lot of openings because of how conservative St. Louis's defense has been. But here we have a 2-on-1 here now. Tried to get a pass right in front of the net, but missed barely as the Missouri retains possession. Could have been another shot there, but missed. St. Louis now, 2-on-1 break. Here, nice stick, but Missouri gets possession. Could be a good break here, but no, turned it over. Here, pass at the boards, missed. Puck battle here. Missouri gets it. No, puck bobbled. But Missouri wins it back. They'll skate in their own defensive zone, play it up, the boards, and SLU with a lot of men back, even though they have the puck in their possession. St. Louis defensemen still sitting back in the neutral zone, even as their forwards battle for the puck. That was smart, though. Missouri wins it back. And St. Louis gets it back now. Look for a shot, but Christopher denies it. Missouri wins the puck back. 1-on-1 here. Coming in from the side angle. And they lose the momentum there. We'll try to get one in off the blocker. Sort of a dead puck now. Missouri gets it back, though. Missed shot. And cleared. That'll be icing. And it is. First icing of the period here.
Yeah, what we talked about in the first period of this game kind of being a little bit more open, a little more free-flowing. That trend has continued as over halfway through the period, and that's the first icing call. But a chance for Missouri. I mean, you SLU a little bit tired out there. They're not able to change lines. Missouri's going to throw a fresh set of legs on the ice. That's Huerman taking the face-off. We know he's offensively capable.
And look at Huerman. He's got fast skates and a quick stick. They've been looking for him to drive in to the defense and really get closer to net. So watch for that on this offensive possession as they lose the puck, though.
Yeah, much needed change for SLU is they'll go change their forwards. The two defensemen still staying out.
Missouri tries to catch them off guard here.
Yeah.
3-on-4 rush. And offsides.
That's frustrating, but we got a good angle of it. That was a correct offside call. He just barely carried it over.
Referee crew has been on point tonight. A lot of good calls, not a lot of controversy, not a lot of angry parents, which is a rarity for club hockey.
Yeah, seriously, we don't give the refs their flowers enough, but I mean it's a good job they do for the level of hockey this is. I mean the refs do a good job
for sure. As SLU collects it now in their own end, looks for a breakout pass. They get it, deflection up. Here's a nice little rush here, but Christopher lays out for a save and misses it. Whistle. I think the glove came off there.
Yeah, it did. That thing went flying off, and Missouri had possession, so they blew it dead.
Been an interesting night for goaltenders tonight.
It really has. I mean, it's a 2-1 game, so it's not overly high scoring, but I think we've still seen a lot of differences in net. I mean, one goalie has been outstanding. And Christopher's made saves when he's had to, but you can't win every game, 2-1, but you'd like him to maybe make one more of those.
And I like to compliment Frankel's playmaking as well. Used his skates quite well, gotten out there, used his stick, and he's made some nice passes to kickstart some rushes. We got a 3-on-2 here now for Missouri, but turned it over. Nice breakout here. Could be a chance, but no. St. Louis conservative with the lead with only 6 minutes left.
Yeah, typically we see teams try to maybe go for that.
Nice move shot. But missed.
I was going to say, typically we see teams kind of go for that insurance marker, but SLU, I mean, they've held Missouri scoreless through nearly 40 minutes. Now they are 34 minutes. So they are pretty comfortable just sitting back on their laurels and waiting, letting Missouri come to them and try to break up those rush chances with their solid, pretty conservative defense.
Yeah, and you'll see St. Louis defenseman waiting back in the neutral zone while St. Louis is on offense. Not over the, and a Michigan attempt there, but blocked by Christopher.
Wow. Okay.
That was almost very nasty. But turned it over here. But yeah, you'll see St. Louis has 2 defensemen in the neutral zone, not looking to contribute on offense. Content to not give up any breakaways and just sit on this 2-1 lead. Plays it in the corner here. Behind the net. Not much success behind the net for either team tonight. Missouri will dump it in and go for a change. St. Louis doesn't look to go fast here. They dump it in, take a change of their own. St. Louis plays it up. St. Louis content to sit in the neutral zone. Oh, puck out of bounds there.
5:22, and I'm interested to see the players that Mizzou deploys in this situation. And you think short shifts for everybody, but on a team that's less top 6 heavy than maybe Mizzou hockey fans are accustomed, I mean, there's not that much difference from the 4th line to the 1st line. You think maybe you just got to go with the hot handle. They are going to throw out JT Baker's line to start.
Yeah, it's a good point there. And a lot of Mizzou's best qualities today have been hustle plays, hustling the loose puck. So it might be good to get quick shifts in, but we could see them rely on the Stars a little more. And battling behind the net. Ooh, shot attempt blocked by a defender. Been a lot of those tonight for St. Louis. Put in, but looks like that was whistle here. Not sure why. Oh.
Looks like the ref signaled cross-check.
Oh.
So a fortuitous break perhaps for Missouri here, as with 4 minutes and 56 seconds left, they are going to get a full 2-minute power play brought to you by Gumby's.
That's JT Baker keeling over, but he'll stay on the ice here. They need him. He's had a lot of good offense today.
He's drawn a couple penalties today.
Yeah. And there, Missouri, St. Louis is able to clear it out. Missouri will reset. Zagorski almost lost it there. He's their breakout man so far. He's the only defenseman on their power play line, and he likes to sit back and be sort of the point guard for their power play.
Yeah, what a revelation Zagorski's been this year. A name not a lot of Mizzou hockey fans knew last year, but this season he's even made the jump to D2 on a couple of occasions, and he has been the biggest breakout player for the Tigers this year.
They'll look to play behind the net here. That has not been an overly successful strategy today for either team. Played in, and Mizzou players putting their sticks in the air, but the refs do not seem to agree.
They're looking for a second chance opportunity. Thought they might have been able to jam that one in under the pad. A good save, and obviously a little bit of extracurriculars there. That first line and D pairing is going to go chain, so we've got a new group out. Rylan Quick, who I like. We were talking this week. He's probably the most offensively gifted player on this D3 team. There's some holes in his game when it comes to two-way play, so he's not typically on the first line, but he's got the first goal tonight, and maybe he'll get a second.
Let's see here. Played up, still a minute left on this power play. Rylan Quick got his stick in the air, looking for maybe a one-timer. Oh, played in. Save. Oh, hit out by Frankel, and Missouri will have to reset. Only 55 seconds left on the power play. Played by Christopher, and we'll look for one more rush, maybe two more here. St. Louis. They'll look to get into the blue line. It's been very easy, these offensive zone entries today. Oh, ooh, a nice one-timer, but off the mark. Back out. Not a lot of pressure on the high point, and a nice glove save by Frankel.
Looking for another deflection. I like that they're putting bodies in front and trying to get sticks on. I mean, if you're not able to, finish those one-timer opportunities, that's the next best thing. You throw guys in front, put it on from the blue line and try to get a lucky bounce.
Rylan Quick here will take the offensive zone faceoff. Very important offensive zone faceoff with only 29 seconds left on the power play. They will win it. Missouri's won a lot of faceoffs today. Take a shot right into the chest and a nice glove save there by Frankel again.
Actually, I want to talk about the faceoffs real quick because that's an encouraging sign. Last weekend, the sweep to Wash U, or 2 weekends ago rather, the last weekend series that this team played, Missouri got abused in the faceoff circle. I'm talking upwards of 70, 80% in some times. They did not win faceoffs. And then that is testament to Wash U had some very good players. But I'm happy to see them winning the majority here.
Yeah, and there's another faceoff win right there. Especially, they've had some good faceoff wins in the offensive zone. And a block
Good
shot
block.
There. Good shin block. Missouri keeps possession, though. 10 seconds left on the power play. 5. Good cross-ice pass. And now 5-on-5 as Missouri continues their push. Nice there. Cross-ice pass, but nobody's there for it. Oh, nice save by Pierman, keep it in the offensive end.
Like that play from Huerman.
St. Louis takes it, flicks it up, and in the neutral zone now.
And with how conservative SLU has been about attacking, I think this is a prime opponent to maybe pull the goaltender against. As the clock ticks down, Christopher he's looking at the bench.
I would expect a pull here soon.
I mean, they should be able to pull it with relative ease with how easy Missouri has been getting into the offensive zone and setting up.
I wouldn't be afraid to pull it now.
Yeah.
Before I get the offensive zone. With how bad the blue line defense has been for St. Louis. Played up the boards here. Oh, there'll be a one. Oh, maybe a 2-on-1
2-on-0
here.
if they hurry.
Cross-ice pass. Oh, and that's in for St. Louis. A 2-on-1 there. That extends the lead to 2. Fumble there by Missouri. Puck went up the boards. 2-on-1 for Missouri, and a nice goal there. That makes it 3-1 with only 1:53 left.
A genuinely brutal break. I mean, you think that they're thinking about pulling the goaltender, and I think Missouri was having some trouble, and they were too focused on just getting into the offensive zone rather than, making sure that they didn't allow a break. So we showed the wrong replay there. We've got a replay on that SLU goal. But yeah, so now the math changes. I mean, you still have to try. I mean, two goals is not completely insurmountable. But you got to pull your goalie. You get a quick face-off win and pull your goalie. Missouri has called their timeout.
St. Louis had been so conservative, and they sort of just get a lucky break there, and they punish you for it.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, like when Missouri tried to pull their goalie against Wash U a couple weeks ago, those empty net goals, both games, the empty net goals went in immediately because Wash U was just constantly pressing. Missouri couldn't get into the O zone. But with this, it feels like if they had set up in the O zone for probably 15 seconds after that penalty had expired, they could have put together some chances. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's 3-1. 1:53 left in the game, barring overtime.
And it looks like
we've got a penalty on the board.
I think perhaps some chirping after the goal there. So could be a 6-on-4 for Missouri.
Yeah, I would say the last thing happened was the goal being scored. So the penalty it wouldn't have been a delayed call because then SLU touching it would have ended it. So it had to have been a call literally during the goal or after it was scored. Either way, a huge opportunity. You pull the goal, you go 6-on-4. It would not be that hard to get a goal, and then you only need one more. So this could be huge.
Yeah, and especially with how Missouri has dominated the neutral zone today, I think they'll still get a ton more chances in this game. It's just a question of will they convert them.
I think SLU is going to be able to use this timeout that Missouri just took just as effectively, though. I mean, they've got to coordinate something here as the refs are communicating with the PA booth. Our own Robert Preble yelling on the ice and calling the refs over, coordinating something. It seems like we're all figured out now.
Important face-off. JT Baker wins it. Christopher looking at the bench, but they'll not pull him yet.
Good dumping by SLU to make Christopher have to retreat back into his net, and they're playing the time game here.
A little bit of a forecheck here from St. Louis. Maybe try to prevent the goalie pull. And he's running
There
to
he
the bench
goes.
now. Played in. And Missouri will now be 6-on-4 for the rest of the game or until they score. Here he goes. Into the offensive zone. Nice stick moves. Here out back shot. Saved. Oh, and it rattles down the ice. Oh, barely missed.
Just
the post.
wide. Icing waved off. I'm not exactly sure why. There wasn't a SLU skater within 20 feet of that puck, but
could be advantageous, though, for Missouri with how easy it's been to get into the offensive zone today. And another one goes towards that, also barely misses.
that one just left. The first one was just right of the post. Time winding down here, so they need to get one.
Here we go. 36 seconds left. Played in front of the net. And behind the net now. Cleared back out. Rattles towards the goal.
Just beyond the post. That would have been an own goal. That would have been an own goal. I believe it was Human played it off the board, tried to get it back to the blue line, but nobody was there.
And here's Human now. Another break. Quick stick. Nothing doing.
We've got a whistle.
Sat on his head there a little bit.
That might be a penalty call.
6-on-3, perhaps.
It's hard to play when you're down 2. 6-on-4. I mean, you can set up and pretty much tap the puck in the net if you need to, but you have to hurry.
And
so
will be a 6-on-3 here.
It will. And so they were kind of just taking the first chance that was offered to them.
What's the strategy here?
I think you win the faceoff. You got to shoot it as fast as you can. I mean, you need to.
If you're St. Louis, I guess you just box up. Maybe the old Little League.
Give them the blue line.
Put the kids in the goal strat. And face off one, only 10 seconds left. Played off, shot in. Nothing doing. Played back out. They'll bang the sticks on the walls. It looks like game over.
That'll do it.
3-1. St. Louis takes the victory over Missouri.
And what a game. I mean, we got to break that down because that was certainly something. I mean, they always make the end of the game interesting, don't they?
Yes, they do. A lot of penalties there. A lot of chippiness at the end. I think there was a taunting penalty in there. Got more physical as the game got on. I think a lot of frustration from Missouri because they really dominated the neutral zone. They had a lot of time of possession in the offensive zone, but they were unable to finish off the chances that they did get, which I think led to a lot of frustration.
And this is a team that doesn't play from behind particularly well. It's just their style. I mean, that's intentional with how they are solid defensively and structured. But and so when they took the 1-0 lead at the end of the first period, I was thinking, all right, awesome. You go into the second with a lot of momentum. You have that lead, but then quickly relinquishing 2 goals. I mean, they just that's a brutal thing that you really don't want to see. I mean, obviously, you can't score only 1 goal and expect to win the game every time. But if you think if maybe there was been a few more timely defensive moves, a few more timely saves, and then maybe Missouri could have put one into that second period. But either way, it's a loss for Missouri. But I mean, this is a SLU team that at the Division III level is pretty good. I mean, they played and scored on the Division II team, so not the worst loss in the world. And of course, the Tigers will get a chance to avenge that loss tomorrow in just under 24 hours. 7:30 puck drop for that game. We will be here.
Yeah, and while we talk about the Tigers, we also have to give St. Louis their props.
Absolutely.
We talk about Missouri as a team that doesn't know how to play from behind. St. Louis knows how to play very well while ahead. Very conservative. Defensemen were very on top of it, blocked a lot of shots, a lot of quick sticks, and the goalie, Frendel, was just fantastic. A lot of stick saves, a lot of blocker saves, and you felt very confident with him between the pipes today.
And I do want to give credit for that. It feels like kind of a 2021-22 like New York Islanders situation where it's a very hard style to play where well, we scored. All right, we have a lead. Let's sit back and play defense for 40 minutes. That is a very difficult thing to do, and typically that will come back to bite a team. But SLU, they were able to do that, and it worked. They realized that maybe they don't have the offensive firepower that a WashU does or something, but they were able to get their goals in whatever ways they could, and then sit back on the lead for 40 minutes successfully. And I want to get big props to that. And it almost came back to bite them, but they were able to get that lucky break and score on Christopher on that 2-0 and get it done. So props to the SLU Billikens. Missouri looking to even the series and split tomorrow at Washington Park Ice Arena. We will be here. Any other final thoughts?
Yeah, I think this team will come out. Missouri team will come out motivated tomorrow. I think if you're the coach in that locker room, I say to them, we outplayed them today. We out hustled them to all the pucks. We won a ton of faceoffs. Just a little bit unlucky in front of the net, a little unlucky in terms of finishing plays. A lot of missed one-timers, a lot of stuff like that. So I would expect a very motivated Missouri team tomorrow night.
Motivated is the word I will use. Well, thank you all for joining us. We know we had a few technical problems, but we appreciate you sticking through the game with us. Your final score, 3-1 for the SLU Billikens, and we will see you all tomorrow night.